This is a Thunder Game Report.
Well, I think just continue to focus on the little details that we've talked about from the start of training camp, just getting better. Russell's going to be out some time. We're all aware of that. We're just going to continue to work through it and figure out ways to get better. And he'll be back soon.
How much does it help that you have so many core guys, so many veterans, and that you guys went through this at the end of last season?
Well, it definitely helps. There's no question when you have your group of guys coming back, and we have some good players. We're not winning games because we're not very good. We got a good, talented group of guys, and the guys who are hungry to continue to improve. We're excited about the opportunity. We're going on a trip tomorrow. Going to give us another opportunity to bond and get better as a group. But Russell will be fine. We'll see him when we get back, and he will get back right through into his rehab.
Scott, you guys never put a timeline on it, but it sounded like you guys were hopeful that he would be back for October 30th. How much does this now change sort of how you have to game plan and what you can do?
Well, we've never put a timeline, but you're always hopeful all your players will come back as soon as they can, but it's always about medical. If he passes the benchmarks and he goes to the next step. But with Russell, he's very tough and very competitive, and he's going to do what he has to do every day. He's one of our best workers. He's one of our team leaders. But we understand where we are. He's going to miss some time. It still gives us a great opportunity to keep getting better. Reggie's done a great job in the first 6 practices that we've had in the last 4 days of establishing being a better player, even more so than he was last season.
If there is a bright side to this, at least you guys have all of training camp to prepare for the beginning of the regular season without Russ.
Yeah, and it is. You never want to look at it as that being the bright side, but it is. That's the reality of the situation, that he hasn't been with us, or he's not going to be with us on this road trip. But he participated in parts of practices the last 3 days, and he's looked fine as the meniscus is healed, and he's just. But we're excited about what we have. Reggie's done a great job. We have some veteran guys that have improved. Katie's going to come back a better player, and I thought our young guys are picking up things fairly quick.
Does the fact that the season's so long, and everyone knows it's so long, and I know your intensity, you try to keep it the same from game to game throughout, whether it's November or March or April. But do you have to fight a sense of urgency for yourself to say, we better get this game or that game without Russ?
I think it's going to be the same focus as a staff, as a team. All 82 games are important. Whoever we have on the floor, we feel that we execute and we do what we're supposed to do. We're going to give ourselves a chance to win. But every game, we've always felt every game is important. But it's a long season. We know in every NBA season, and each season is so unique in itself, that there's going to be some ups and downs, some opportunities for us to be challenged. It's not, the Western Conference is not easy, and we understand that. But it also gives us an opportunity to embrace that challenge, and we have guys that are very competitive that are looking forward to doing that.
Over these last 4 days of practice, have you guys been able to kind of incrementally add a little bit more each day, just in terms of what you're focusing on and what you're asking of the guys?
Well, the first 5 practices really just focused on the small details of just fundamental basketball, just really simple, and making sure that we go through each thing and do it correctly. And then today was the first day we really got up and down and scrimmaged. And I thought one team was much better than the other team during the scrimmage. But it's part of the group. We have to figure out who plays better with guys and who needs some help. But I thought our guys did a good job with the scrimmage and competed. But like I said, one group was really better than the other today.
Scott, when Russ went down in the playoffs, nobody had time to prepare for it. But now that you guys do have time, how do you think this will all look different without him for that first month and a half?
Well, you don't anticipate guys going down, but you have to, something. You have to have a system to fall back on. We did win some games without him in the playoffs. There's no question, and we didn't have the success that we wanted against Memphis. But really, the games that we lost came down to the last minute. So I give our guys a lot of credit that they hung in there and fought to the last minute in all those games. We had chances to win. But that's, training camp is good for all of us. It's good for all of us, myself included, for us to continue to improve in what we built on. And we have a good foundation here of very good core players that really compete. So not having Russell for bits of training camp, we still have to be able to do the things that we hang our hats on. That is defend, that is to close out and contest shots and rebound and continue to improve on the offensive end. The numbers, like I say, our numbers are good for a reason because guys believe in what we do and they established a way of playing here that's good for a lot of years.
When you look back on what you, I guess, weren't able to do back in April, are you strategically and schematically, or are you sort of eager now to implement those things and have a chance to really show how it could be different or how it could have been different?
Well, like I said, a lot of each of those games came down to one or two possessions. So it's not saying that if we'd have did things differently, we would have won by 15. I don't think that would have been the case. Memphis is a very good basketball team. They got to the conference finals. They had the defensive player of the year. But like I said, it came down to one or two possessions each game, and ball could have bounced our way. We could have made another shot or get a stop, and the series would have been different. But that's neither here nor there. We have to worry about what we do now. And I like what our guys have shown the first 6 practices of really buying in, of getting better where we were last year. But we're excited about the opportunity. Russell will be back shortly.
Do you even talk to you guys about this? I mean, it's a downer. It's not like he's out for the season, but still, you wanted to get him back by the beginning of the year. Do you talk to you guys about this, or are they old enough, mature enough to just kind of understand for what it is and just go play?
Well, the thing is that we've never set a time when Russell will be back. But our guys, we love what Russell's about. He competes every day. It's not that we're not down. We're down a man right now, but we're not down. This team is built on toughness. This team is very resilient. We have players with high character that understand the situation that we're in, and we're not feeling sorry for ourselves, and we shouldn't. We have a good team. We're gonna continue to move forward as an organization, as a group of basketball players, and we're excited about what we have. Definitely this trip is going to be a great trip for us to bond and continue to trust one another on both ends of the floor.
Go one more slider here. How's Jeremy looking, and how much more magnified is his development, with this news? He's looking good. One of the things about all of our players have to go through the process of getting better. He's nowhere near the player he's going to be at the end of the year. But one of the things that we will do as a staff is continue to push him and get the best out of him. He has a lot of skill, and we want to continue to be able to get that out of him on both ends of the floor. We're excited about his potential, but we're also excited about what he's bringing to the table now. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.
And so the Thunder will leave for their week-long trip to Europe on a down note. However, Thunder backup point guard Reggie Jackson, who played the starting role for Westbrook in the playoffs last year and has been working out during training camp. Now the team will have the entire training camp and the first part of the season to get Jackson set for that role. As far as Westbrook's return, that is anyone's guess. Check out my blog at ThunderGameReport.com.